What are you doing, spunky girl? What are you doing? Are you in your yard? Is that it? The house is a mess. The floors are disgusting. And this is a weekend, oh hi Cocoa Bean, of roosters apparently. This is a weekend where it's actually a really busy weekend. And I have a lot of stuff I want to get done. I know, Coco. Adam already pulled those boxes out. Oh my goodness, sir. Those need to go in the trash. I want to get all of the trash over there in that bin so we can get the bin out of here. I need to deal with some chicken stuff. I need to build a chicken tree. I need to put a perch in there for them because they're all trying to huddle on that one perch. We need to try and get their netting up today, but God, it is so muddy. Like I recently bought a wood chipper. We might have to bust out the wood chipper and try to get some wood chips down to cut down on the mud for them. I need to go to Lowe's. Coco. What's up, Cocoa Bean? You okay, Mommy? Need to get a few more stones for my fire pit. Lots to do this weekend. It's funny, before we actually moved onto the property, I would look at all the things that had to get done and just, start making lists and be like, okay, we have to do this and then this and then this. Now that we're here, I get so insanely overwhelmed. I just came over here just to kind of spy the trash pile. So this is all the stuff that has to go in the bin so we can get the bin out of here next week. A couple things over there and over there. This giant mound of dirt is a long-term project because that was like it was that big of a pile, but like spread out, like kind of longer and shorter over there where our trucks are parked. And it is literally all the rubble from when they took out the mobile home that was here. So we can't really, unless we get like a yard waste bin, we can't really just dump all of that dirt because it's got trash in it. And we can't dump dirt in the waste bin. So as much as Adam is shaking his head and wondering why I'm doing this, this is going to be a long-term project where I make a sifter and just sift it over a barrel or something, or a wheelbarrow or something, or not, just like in another pile of dirt, and get all that trash thrown away, which is daunting. But then as I was walking over here to look at the trash pile, you can see, like, because there's just trash everywhere, like, I don't know if you can see it, but every little glisten that you see is a piece of glass. And it's so, like, we have to, if it's just with a shovel, we have to come in and like pick up all that little bitty pieces of trash. You might be saying, you don't have to do that, but yeah, we do, because I'm super anal. Like, that's a piece of trash. This is wood, but that's a piece of metal. That's carpet. And like, just walking over here, like, there's more shards of glass, more random plastic, more random wires. Like, there's literally just trash everywhere. Plastic under the dirt, more plastic, insulation, more glass. Like, it just goes on and on and on. You can see like little blue plastic, and this is all just driving me crazy. So little by little, I'm just going to be coming through here with a shovel or something and just having like a wheelbarrow or something that I can put it all in. Right now I've been throwing it over here in this pile. But yeah, it's making me nuts. All of these little just pieces of trash everywhere. And this is part of the area where we want to let the chickens free range. It would be great if it wasn't so muddy, but right now this is what we've got. But I'm nervous to let them out here because there's just so much trash. Concrete, concrete block in the dirt, another concrete block, random thing of concrete, like it just, another concrete block. It goes on and on. So that gets super daunting and overwhelming, but it's a long-term project. But right now, what I just did was, Adam is over here. I've got this wood pulled out because I need to do stuff with it today. He's over there working on our furnace because we have to fix that. He has to fix it. I'm not messing with it. So I just came in here and organized the shed a little bit. There was just stuff everywhere. So kind of put it in little piles that made sense. I need to run electricity in here. I'm gonna actually, instead of drilling holes through the walls themselves, I'm actually just gonna repurpose that vent up there, make it a little bit smaller and use part of the space to run the electricity in. I'll put a panel right there. This is where our freeze dryer, freezer, and a fridge will go. And then basically the rest of this is just gonna be shelving and storage and maybe like a kind of a work table or something in the middle for soap making, canning, whatever projects need to happen that it's no fun to do in a trailer kitchen. So right now I think I'm going to get this wood cut. I'm gonna make a little kind of landing under the chicken run door right there, and I've got some stone to put in it because right now it's literally just like everything else, a crazy mud pit. I don't know if you can see, but we have like a piece of pegboard there at the moment, just kind of so we're not tromping through mud. So I'm just gonna create like a little like landing right there. I'm gonna put that old funky doormat on it, put some stone in it so it won't be a puddle. That'll make getting in and out of the run easier. And then with the other piece of wood, that'll be the pressure treated. With the other piece of wood, I'm going to start building their chicken tree, which is basically like a cat tree, but for chickens. It's just gonna be a bunch of perches that they can jump up on, because right now we have that little one over there and they all try to get on it. And poor Zorro, my sweet boy, who's always picked on, just hangs out up there all by himself. So I'm gonna give him another place to feel safe. So that's what's on deck right now. So we just got home from the old property a minute ago, just picking up some stuff. I went and checked the chickens and found this beautiful egg. And I set it down on that little table over there so I could do some stuff. And somebody, Coco Bean. Hey, Coco Bean. Was it you? She's not even gonna pay attention to me now. Somebody is apparently gonna be an egg stealer if we're not careful. I turned around just in the nick of time to see her opening her mouth to steal my egg. Silly girl. All right, here's the little landing that I'm building. All I have to do now is fill it with rock. Mind Adam, he's got all the motorcycles running. And the girls really wanna, well, the chickens. I have to stop saying the girls because there's boys now too. I'm gonna get this filled with rock. See how it looks. Well, 2 bags of rock wasn't enough, so I have to get more, but this is what it will look like. Nice little landing to go in and out of the chicken coop and not have chicken poop all over your feet necessarily. You still will, but Adam's playing with a chainsaw. He found that little stump. Let me see if I can zoom in. There we go. He found that stump out in the forest somewhere when he was off-roading, and he brought it home for me. Anyway, he brought it home for me because I wanted something like a tree stump or whatever to put the chicken water on so they quit shooting dirt into it. So he's leveling it out for me so we can stick it in there and put their water on it. finally got some netting up, some wood chips down. So they've got a little teeny tiny area. It will be expanded later, but for now, at least they have some space to be. Thank you. And they are happy chickens. Do we have everybody? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, everybody's out. And being bullies. Hey, you stop it. Don't try to get out, Zorro. You're fine. It has been raining so much. Like, just puddles everywhere. Which means we haven't gotten a ton of work done. So, gonna try to get some stuff done today. I was gonna try to build my little chicken tree, but all the wood is soaking wet and there are piles or puddles of water. So I'm gonna put that somewhere to dry out. What I am gonna do is switch out the chicken's water container. I'm moving it into a black bucket. And using all nipple waterers, and that's mostly just to cut down on the algae that forms in the water with a white bucket, and to help with freezing because the cup waterers freeze more than the nipple waterers do. So I'm gonna get that done. I'm gonna go work on the fire pit real quick. Adam's loading up our propane tanks because we got to get those filled. So we're just gonna try to do what we can while the weather gives us a break. Right now it is absolutely beautiful, but it could rain at any moment. This was not really on my list today, but it's really windy out here. My wood is drying for the chicken tree, and I was like, you know what the heck, let's just get the fire pit done. The video, babe, hi, say hi.
Hi.
The dog. Hey, Rev, what are you eating, dude? All the grass. Hi, Coco, come here. The dogs are getting some freedom. We were able to fill in some of the little pieces right there. Adam is scoring them and pounding them into place. And as of right now, oh no, the other one's too small. Careful, don't hit too hard because the other ones are loosening. There we go. Oh my God, our fire pit's actually done. Yee! Thanks, babe. We have one little half brick left. We could go one more row up if we wanted. But I think this is a good height, don't you? Coco, we have a fire pit. She doesn't care. They don't like fire. But yay, one project complete. Now all we need is a pergola to go over it and some cafe lights. I was able to get the chicken water done. It was a pain in the butt. I know, sorry, Guapo. But now we have nipples all the way around for them to drink out of. Hopefully less fighting, although I doubt it. And definitely less freezing because those cups, when they were filled up with water, would just freeze super fast. So this is much better. And the clickers seem to have it figured out. And for some reason, they always choose to dust bathe right by their water. I don't know why. So those are going to get muddy, but whatever. I also put the nipples down a little towards the... Hi, Margaret. What are you doing? Crazy girl. I put them down towards the bottom of the bucket a little bit because they were higher on the other one, which meant they would run out of water or not be able to access it when there was still like 2 inches of water in the bucket. So overall, pretty good improvement. You're welcome. Ingrates. In case anybody is wondering why we took down so many trees when we did. We tend to get pretty high winds here when you live in an area. Oh, look at the poor chickens with their little feathers being ruffled. When you live in an area that is so wet most of the time and saturated. These beautiful giant trees become what people around here call murder trees. So yeah, it is a crazy windy day today. Just got lifted. Oh, there it goes. I might have to pull those in. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna be pulling those in. But yeah, the winds can pick up quite a bit. Sounds beautiful, but it can be a little scary. Despite the wind, I finally got over here and put the hardware cloth kind of collars. This one was already here. I got the other two done, so that is good. It is windy and cold, but needed to get that done so the little bunnies aren't helping themselves to our fruit, or what will be our fruit. Coming over here just to take a little peek at our lingonberries. They don't look too bad. What fruit they had on there. Looks like it's shriveling up. I don't know if should be like picking that to encourage more fruit. But even though they're cold weather bushes, it does seem like now would be time to be dormant. These are our huckleberries. Oh, a gopher tried and maybe succeeded. I don't think they got in the roots, but looks like they're trying to get in there, bastards. And here's our other one. Oops. Looking okay. Kind of hard to see with the chicken wire in the way, but everything's looking okay. Adam has tomorrow off and is supposed to be heading over to the other property, the old property, to, oops, dropped my glove, to pick up all of my green stock planters and my trees. I will be working, so I will not be able to help him, but we do, need to get those trees planted while they're still dormant. Yeah, I should probably latch that. So the next decision will be where to plant those. We have sorry for the glare. We have a plum. Oh my goodness. Noisy kids, they're chasing me over here because they hardly ever come to this side, probably because it's shady and cold. But they see me over here, so they're chasing me. They're so funny. Anyway, we have a plum tree, like a dark leafed plum tree. There's another plum over there, but it's a different kind. And we have what's called a fruit salad tree, which is 5 trees on a single rootstock. So I'm trying to decide if I want to put those here in the quote unquote orchard with everything else. We do have, some open space right here. But with this big tree right here, I'm not sure they would get the sun they really need until they're established. They're not teeny tiny trees, but we could put one over there a little bit more maybe, or do I put them over here and just put a couple more fruit trees over here where the garden's going to be eventually. Yeah, so decisions to be made. Who knows? I can't remember if I mentioned, I think I did, that I got a beehive that is this door's gonna slam. A flow hive knockoff. If you don't know what a flow hive is, it is a beehive that's kind of self-contained, so you don't really have to take it out. Or, sorry, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't have to disturb the bees to get the honey out. So I thought I would just come in here super quick and put it all together, and wow, you probably get what you pay for a little bit when you spend $1,000 on a flow hive, but this is a pain. So I got the roof put together. I have no idea what this piece is right here. No idea, but I'm gonna stick this over here. Because I'm sure it has a purpose. Yeah, so I'm gonna go watch a couple videos and come back to this another day because this is a pain in the butt. Not to mention the fact that I'm missing, I think, 4 screws. So yeah. All right, so we'll come back to this. It's Monday evening. Adam, I think I mentioned, was off today. Went over to the old property and picked up the well, there's still 2 big raised beds that we have to figure out how to get over here. But these are the trees. The one on the left here is the plum. This one with all the tags on it is the fruit salad. These are, I think I've mentioned in previous videos that these are my 2 smaller blueberries that I'm going to put over there in the, where the garden's gonna be. And then this is everything else that I had on my green stalks. There's a artichoke there that is surprisingly not entirely dead. And my poor kumquat that always looks terrible in the winter here because this just isn't really the climate for it here. So I should have brought it inside somewhere, but I've been neglecting it. Last year I tried really hard to kill it and didn't quite succeed. So I'm hoping it'll do okay. And then, yeah, obviously these are all strawberries right there. And then just a bunch of other stuff. These all basically, for the most part, with a few exceptions, have to be completely reset and reseeded with good stuff. But yeah, it's kind of exciting to have like some of my plants here and actually consider that pretty soon I'll get to start planting.